Shabbat Shalom. This Shabbat, we are going to be reading from the Parashat Pinchas from the book of Numbers. This section begins like many others. There's a list of Jewish people, there's a counting, there's a full census as requested by Moses. And a little later on in this section, there's a discussion about land distribution. I'm going to share with you a little bit about this section as viewed through a women's lens. So a little bit later in this section, 5 daughters approach Moses with a special request. They would like to inherit their father's property, even though he had no sons. They make an argument that their father was a good man. He died in the wilderness. He didn't commit any sins. And just because he didn't have any sons doesn't mean that his family line should not continue. This appeal went to Moses. Moses then took this request to God. God deemed this a fair request and then changed the laws accordingly. Very noteworthy and important in this early Jewish text. Another important mention of a woman in this section is the mention of Asher, who is the son of Jacob, one of the tribes of Israel, of his daughter Sarah. She's mentioned in the book of Numbers, which is going to be read this weekend, but she's also mentioned much earlier in the book of Genesis. And if we're looking at the full text, it really means that she has lived through all these important events spanning 450 years from going to Egypt through wandering in the desert. And so it's a little bit unclear on why she is mentioned, but I definitely think it's noteworthy. And I like to believe that she provided a really interesting historical anchor for the people and could provide interesting historical memory. Shabbat Shalom.